Remember shortly after the January 6, 2021 insurrection, when all those major corporations that have been in the pockets of Republicans for years finally came out and said, okay, listen, because of the insurrection, we are not going to give another dime to any of these politicians that voted not to certify the 2020 election electoral college results. We are done with these people. We wash our hands of you. Go to hell. Remember that? They didn't add the little go to hell part, but I did for effect. Well, turns out that didn't last too long, and we actually talked about this a couple weeks after they made that pledge, because it literally took only a matter of weeks for many of these corporations to reverse their pledge to not give to these Republicans, and they started giving more and more and more. But now that the dust has settled on the 2022 midterm elections, we now have the final amount that these corporations who swore off these election-denying Republicans, we know what they gave to these election-denying Republicans, and it was a grand total of $36.3 million for the 2022 midterm elections. These are Fortune 500 companies. These are the super PACs that they run and contribute to. And of course, they're going to the 147 Republicans who refused to vote to certify the 2020 election. The very same 147 Republicans that these same corporations said, I am never giving you another dollar. Don't come begging me for money. No, sir, I am walking out that door and I am not coming back. And then 5 seconds later, Hey, it's me again. Do you want some money? Because I need a favor. That's what happened. $36.3 million. And these corporations need to be called out. So let's call them out. This is from The Hill. AT&T was the top company donor to the 147 Republicans in the 2022 election cycle, giving roughly $630,000 according to the analysis. The telecom giant briefly suspended donations to the election objectors in response to the Capitol attack. It's followed by Home Depot with $478,000, Lockheed Martin with $440,000, UPS with $411,000, and Boeing with $392,000. Comcast, which previously paused donations to the election objectors to review its political giving policies and practices, donated $382,000. So Home Depot, yeah, we get it. You're owned by a right-wing idiot. AT&T, of course, you're a telecom. You need special favors from the government all the time, so that's why you're giving money. Lockheed Martin and Boeing, do I even need to explain why they keep giving money? And then, of course, UPS. We send a lot of things in this country. The United States government sends a lot of things. You want those contracts, so you give lots of money. And that's what this is about. The money these people give to these politicians isn't because, by God, I love your policies. They don't care about the policy. What they care about is what they can get out of that individual. They care about their contracts. They care about their tax breaks, which I guess you qualify as policy. But that's the only policy they care about. They want their special favors. They want that quid pro quo, that tit for tat. They want to make sure that they pay off just the right people to get everything they need. It doesn't matter if we said we'll never give you another dollar. At the end of the day, we need our political favors, and that to us is more valuable than protecting the sanctity of our democracy.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.